Lowe's knows July 4th savings are worth celebrating. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances and get an additional 10% off 2 or more select major appliances. Plus, get 3 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. These deals are coming in hot. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/9. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We are diving deep today, and I'm excited for this one, Jamie Foxx.
Oh, yeah.
So we had a listener write in, wanted to know more about Jamie Foxx. You know, a lot of people think of him comedic actor, you know.
Right.
But he's so much more than that. And we've got a great excerpt here, kind of an overview of his career, his life. Really fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be surprised by just how much this guy has done.
Yeah.
And how talented he is.
Absolutely, yeah. And what's really interesting is that he hasn't just been successful in one area of entertainment. You know, he's a comedian, he's a musician, he's an actor.
Right.
And he's really excelled at all three, which is very rare. You know, a lot of performers, they find their niche, they stick with it.
Right.
But Jamie Foxx really seems to thrive on pushing those boundaries and defying expectations.
Yeah, I was looking at this excerpt here, and it talks about how, you know, he was already honing his comedic timing back in high school, like already doing impressions.
Oh, wow.
And then lands a spot on In Living Color.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, come on.
Huge. Yeah.
That show was iconic and like a launching pad for so many comedic careers. But...
Oh, absolutely. And Living Color was a cultural phenomenon for sure. You know, and I think what set Jamie Foxx apart even then was his range. He wasn't just funny. I mean, he was a master impressionist. He was a musician.
Yeah.
And he just had this incredible stage presence.
Yes.
You could just see, like, even then that he was destined for something bigger.
You know, and it's interesting because he could have very easily, you know, just stayed in that lane, stayed doing comedy and been very successful. But then he goes and he does Ray.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Huge risk, I feel like, for a comedian at that point in his career. But he absolutely nails it.
Oh, he crushed.
And wins an Oscar for his portrayal of Ray Charles.
And it's, you know, it's more than just winning an Oscar. I think you have to think about the preparation that went into that role. You know, like mastering the piano, capturing Ray Charles's mannerisms, the vocal inflections, you know, portraying blindness convincingly. Like, that was a deeply immersive performance. I think it just showed Hollywood that he was capable of so much more than just making people laugh.
And then he just doesn't shy away from these challenging roles after that.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at his filmography, Miami Vice, Collateral, Django Unchained, just Mercy. He just jumps between genres so effortlessly.
It's amazing, right? I mean, like you said, he could have easily just become, you know, another box office darling, just churning out comedies, right? But he consistently chooses roles that push him outside of his comfort zone. You know, it really speaks to his artistic integrity, I think. Like, he really wants to grow. He wants to explore new things. He wants to challenge himself.
And then, you know, I mean, on top of all of that, he has this very successful music career as well. And it's not just a side hustle, right? Like, he's a legitimate musician. He's got chart-topping albums. I mean, Unpredictable, that massive hit Gold Digger with Kanye West.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, the guy has serious musical chops.
He does. And his music is really interesting, too, because it's like this blend of R&B, soul, and hip-hop.
Right.
You know, he plays multiple instruments. And there's this anecdote, actually, in this excerpt about how he started playing piano at 5 years old.
Wow.
And it's not like it was just a hobby for him. He, like, poured his heart into it. And you can see that. You see that dedication in his acting and his music, you know. It's there.
So, you know, we're seeing this incredible talent across multiple fields here. But I think there's also something about Foxx's, like, persona that really resonates with audiences. You know, he's charming, he's charismatic, he seems to genuinely enjoy connecting with people.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that also plays a role in his success?
Oh, absolutely. You can just see it, you know? I mean, you can see it in his interviews. You can see it in his stage presence, you know, the way he interacts with fans. There's just this warmth and this authenticity to him that goes beyond just being entertaining, you know?
Yeah.
I think people feel like they know him. Like, he's just like the guy next door who just happens to be incredibly talented.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, speaking of connecting with people, we can't overlook his philanthropic work. There's a part here in this excerpt that talks about his involvement with various charities, his dedication to supporting underserved communities.
Right, yeah.
He seems to be very passionate about, you know, giving back.
Yeah, he's particularly passionate about supporting music education for young people.
Really?
Yeah. He believes that everyone deserves the opportunity to express themselves creatively, no matter, where they come from, their background. And I think it really adds another dimension to his public image, It's
Yeah.
not just about fame and fortune for him. He really, genuinely wants to give back and make a difference.
So as we're wrapping up this deep dive here, I'm left thinking that Jamie Foxx, he's more than just a triple threat.
Right.
He's kind of like a force of nature,
Mhm.
someone who embodies talent, hard work, and really just genuine human connection.
Yeah.
What a story.
Yeah. It's really inspiring, actually. And it just shows you, I think, that you don't have to be confined to one box. You can pursue your passions. You can challenge yourself. You can use your platform for good.
And I'm wondering what he'll do next.
Oh, I know.
What other boundaries will he push? What other talents will he unveil? He's definitely someone to keep your eye on, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, great conversation, fascinating stuff. And for everyone listening out there, think about what we talked about today with Jamie Foxx. Think about how he really embodies this idea that you can pursue your passions. You can push boundaries. What are you passionate about? How can you push your own boundaries? And until next time, this has been another Deep Dive.
Thanks for listening.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.
Lowe's knows July 4th savings are worth celebrating. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances and get an additional 10% off 2 or more select major appliances. Plus, get 3 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. These deals are coming in hot. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/9. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, see Lowe's.com for more details. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.